How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Toy Showcase. This episode 29, by the way, we're going to be talking about Dino Riders. Of course, my host with me this time, of course, every time, is Retro Ryan. Buddy, you want to introduce yourself and tell them what you do?
Dino Riders. What's up, guys? Retro Ryan here. Catch me live every Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard on YouTube, playing 80s, 90s videos and playing 80s, 90s video games. Yeah, we're talking about some creme de la creme. Are you rich? Because you
Yeah.
need to be to collect this line.
This line was one of the ones that was very expensive when it released. It is still one of the most expensive toy lines to collect for. I remember watching the cartoon, but never had any of the toys. I've seen them multiple times. I've even held one of the boxes in my hands of recent years, but I never could afford these. I'm like, it's just such a cool concept. You take like Jurassic Park and military guys and aliens, you put them together, and you got Dino Riders. This show started out. Let me pull this up real quick, guys. I'll pull up the information. So this show came out in 1988. It ran for only one season for 14 episodes. And I guarantee you, part of the reason for that was because of the fact that these figures were expensive. So no one I knew had any. I'm sure Ryan didn't know anybody who had any. So
I had one friend that did. I don't remember who it even was, but I remember it because I know I played with some at somebody's house. So some friend had them, but you know,
yeah, I mean, so it ran from October 1st to December 31st of 1988. So it didn't even make it into like the next year of 89, which was a great year, by the way. Come on, I mean, we got Batman 89. There's a lot of stuff that came out then. But
I am
what's
pissed off at how many shows only went one season. Do you know how many times we've said that on this fucking show? Do you
oh
know how many
yeah,
times we've said it only went one season? It's I would say 40% of the 80s, 90s cartoons only went one season. It's the 60% that were really popular that went a long time. But too many were short-lived.
yeah, no, exactly. And I don't know what it was maybe competing against at that time, but I guarantee you that a lot of times a show would die depending on how the merchandise sold in stores. And it's something to really consider, the fact that these toys are super expensive and like they're super sought after. So I guess not a lot of them were produced in the first place. So like compared to like GI Joe, Transformers, and other
The,
toys.
the aliens aren't much though. I want to be clear. The aliens, if you get the aliens loose, they're not that bad. But it's like the dinosaurs with the armor, forget it.
Mm-hmm. It's all the
Because
like accessories and
the
everything.
I've seen the aliens. They're like $7, $8 each sometimes. But the dinosaurs are a whole nother story with the armor and shit.
And honestly, you would think that these would knock it out of the park, considering the fact that this was done by Hasbro. If I remember correctly, this is a Hasbro product. So I mean, they were kind of almost competing for themselves.
I think it's kind of hard to have an
Oh no, no,
identity
no! I'm
when the
sorry.
dinosaur,
Tyco was this. Tyco was this. Yeah, it wasn't Hasbro. I think.
and they're more in the RC car game,
Mm-hmm.
which makes sense. I mean, well, I know firsthand from the marketing, the commercials were good. The commercials were shot well. I think there was 6 or 7 of them that I have in my compilations. They're good cinematography. They kind of come from the perspective of up high, and they have like a massive desert set with like mountains and shit, and they're kind of panning over with the dinosaurs, and the kids are playing with it. Like I remember the production value was very good, and they implemented the start of the animated cartoon at the start of them. So at least in the commercial basis,
Mm-hmm.
they did a great job with those.
So, Dad, I look up to see if those figures were the larger vehicles, the larger dinosaurs were more expensive, because I can imagine the figures themselves, the smaller terrain dinosaurs or figures would have been about $10. but I think that the larger ones were like the Brachiosaurus, the T Rex, the Triceratops. I mean, there was a wide range of these stuff. What's up, saying one? They were
What is a
very
good line for DiCaprio to collect? You know, supposedly he has a T Rex head.
yeah.
He has a T Rex skull
Mm-hmm.
that he bought with like his fucking Titanic money. So this would be a good line for him to collect for. He could afford it.
Yeah, I mean, jeez, I'm pretty sure he could. I know he is a collector. There's quite a few of those guys that are actors that are collectors and stuff, but they just don't. They don't talk about it unless you're in those certain interviews where they do talk about it. Some larger vehicles, these with multiple Dino figures, produced higher prices, or figures were being higher prices. There were several series releases, including Series 2 from 1989. The toys like the Brachiosaurus, the Diplosaurus were in this series, and the prices were $4 to $20. Yeah, what's up, saying one? I figured it was you, brother. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, the cartoon was cool. I mean, I barely remember it. I just remember like some of like the first episode and maybe a few in between. It's definitely one I need to pick up and rewatch again because the concept was cool. It was like humanoids fighting aliens, and they travel back through time into Earth's past and crash land on Earth, and they mechanize or armorize dinosaurs and have this massive war, which would have changed the whole history of Earth and everything. So, um, but yeah, any other thoughts, man? Like before we get into the actual toys and figures?
Um, I just think it's like kind of an identity complex with this line. Like, okay, since you know we're gonna do a little spoiler, we're gonna do Jurassic Park toys next week.
Or well, next
Like that
after
has
next
a
week? Yeah.
whole that has a whole identity and aura to it just from the movie and the hype and that in the theaters. This is just like I think it's a little confusing because what we had a lot in the 80s and 90s, as you remember, is like almost like museum exhibit kind of dino toys and stuff. Like they were going for like super realistic. So it's like I think that can get lost a little bit in kind of the, you know, finding the right demographic to buy these. Back then it's like, well, what is this? It's like, you know, they're dinosaurs, but they got the armor and the weapon. I think it's a little harder for you to wrap your head around than say like GI Joe, that's clearly military. You know, Motu, that's clearly medieval based. You know, like you have Turtles, that's kind of, you know, you got your martial arts and shit incorporated into that, and you got, you know, I think it's like a little confusing for if you think about it, like parents and a kid walking down a toy aisle. If you hadn't seen the cartoon, you're kind of like, well, what exactly is this? It's a hodgepodge of several kind of ideas.
So that's something I want to look up real quick. So toys around 1988 and 89, or 88, because this is when technically the show. So I mean, you're looking at Cops. Like I'm looking at like what competitors were out there that were outdoing this show.
89 is a weird time because Motu's on its way out,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and Turtles is on its way in.
You have you have Cops, The Last Dinosaur, Garfield, A Pup Named Scooby Doo, The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the Ed Grimley cartoon, Ronin Warriors, but that wasn't actually showing up here. We didn't get that until like the mid '90s. Come on, let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find any more. You got the Alf Tales. Just trying to see the stuff that sticks out. Oh yeah, it was Denver the Last Dinosaur, Dino Riders, Fantastic Max, Garbage Pail Kids, Marvel Action Universe, The New Adventures of Benny and Cecil, The New Adventures of
But
Winnie
I
the
don't even
Pooh.
mean from like what I'm saying though, like I don't mean from a show standpoint. Like that's great if you saw the show. I'm saying like remember like like parents or kids walking down an aisle and differentiating like that
Mm-hmm.
line from other stuff and understanding like what it even is when you first look at it. Because I mean, you look at Turtles on card on a line, you get it. You look at GI Joe. I'm just saying the idea of it's a little confusing of like what it represents.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I was looking at it in the aspect of like what cartoons had toys in the store, right? So you're looking at like Police Academy,
But
Cops.
a lot of what you named, what's confusing me right now, a
Well,
lot of what
I
you
only
named doesn't have
I
points.
was naming cartoons because I was talking about the cartoon at first. Why it only lasted 14 episodes compared to other things that were doing more popular at the time. But then, if you're going to look at it from the toy aspect, you look at what toys were available on the market that would have taken the eye away from Dino Riders to other things. I mean, RoboCop's going to be one of them. You got Police Academy, Cops, Robotech had stuff on the shelf at the time.
I think those were all more popular than this.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it was definitely outshined by other toy brands and cartoon
And the
competitors,
price
and the price.
and understanding it though. Understanding it's the third thing.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make that much sense. Dinosaurs, aliens, it's cool as fuck, but to the average person, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't. I mean, it's. I mean, the appeal is there. I mean, at what kid did not like dinosaurs, right? And then
Exactly.
GI Joe was popular. So what when you can
But that
cross,
kind of hurts it too.
it
You know what? That
does.
kind of hurts it because of what I just said. Because like you go to a museum with a kid, they can buy dinosaur toys. Like they were kind of already like out, but they weren't cool as this with the weapons and the aliens. But like I think that's kind of maybe got in the way too. Like a mom could be like, "Well, you already have a lot of dinosaurs." Moms don't understand the difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not like, "I get it. This is a different thing. Dinosaurs, aliens, weapons." They're not like that. They're just like, "Well, you have a lot of dinosaurs already at home." So like that could hurt it too, because every kid we knew had dinosaurs. Remember that? Every
Yeah.
kid had some
Mm-hmm.
dinosaurs. Did.
Yep. I had dinosaurs. Even I had Jurassic Park figures too. So I had the roaring T Rex figure. I had that thing forever until the mechanism broke for making it roar, and then I think the rubbery plastic started to come apart on it. But so like Saiyan said that Saiyan one said that he had so much turtle stuff, he had zero interest in it. So like
I know. Yeah,
compared,
exactly.
so it's like TMNT was a big thing about that, right? So I don't know. It's just a matter of the time. But we can get right into the toys and talk about it and see like our opinions of it now versus what it was when we were a kid. You ready for that?
Let's go.
All right. So let me pull that up. Let me get this, and we can go right into the going over the toys. Guys, let me know if it's a little hard to see. I will zoom in or maneuver anything so you guys can see it better as far as the figures. So if you look, there's 25 dinosaurs. You had Ice Age humans. There was 6 of them. There was 2 different series of figures. There was the Smithsonian Institute set. You had Ice Age dinosaurs and then the Commando series. So a total of 73 figures. That includes probably vehicles and playsets. I don't even know if there was playsets because considering the vehicles technically were bases themselves. So I guess we can start with Series 1.
Let me just mention again, this overlay is fire. I'm popping wood right now.
Thanks, brother. I try my best, man. We did work on this
Well,
together. We did work on
yeah,
this
this is a
together.
collab.
This is a total collab. So it looks like very similar to the Crash Test Dummies, and then I think there was the mass figures where they were releasing these figures carded. You got two figures. I'm guessing there was one hero, one villain. So we'll go ahead and get into Demon and Nova. Yeah, so it looks like it's heroes and villains. I gotta say, the card art on these look amazing. I mean, you got this awesome action-packed scene of like prehistoric Earth with dinosaurs with mecha and weaponry and everything on them, just battling it out with lava in the background. This is like pre 5-year-old Vince's like dream here.
And when people want to know, well, what did the cartoon look like? Just look to your left.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I have the intro and the outro playing on the left of the screen there, guys.
See, I was wondering, are they available in the separately, the aliens, and they are.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes they just come I'm sure some only came with the dinosaur
I
as
actually
a 2-pack.
right, and I actually love this whole thing because you think about it. How many times did your parents or somebody get you a figure and it's either the bad guys or the good guys? And then you end up having more good guys than the bad guys or more bad guys than the good guys. So it's like very one-sided. So like at least with this when your parents got them it was like, "Man, I got a good guy and a bad guy. We can instantly battle right now." Cuz two good guys aren't going to fight each other unless they're fighting over a girl or like someone who stole their lunch, maybe a nerd debate. Who knows?
So
But
one, yeah. So he's saying Lone Star was with the Dino. You had to buy both in a
nice.
box.
So, what's your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts on? Okay, Jason said he's probably gonna crash, but I'll leave you on. No worries, man. Get some rest, recover, dude. That positive energy and thoughts your way for a speedy recovery, because that tooth pain and tooth surgery, oral surgery sucks. But
What do you have? Root canal?
huh? He had
What
some.
did he have? Root canal?
I don't know if he had a root canal or just some the teeth removals, extractions.
Mm. Got to brush and floss, guys.
Yeah, that's true too.
Don't forget.
All right,
I
so
need it. I need it today. It's been a couple days since I flossed. I need to floss again.
yeah, I do too. Man, especially
It's
when
so
you.
much easier with not to get on a tangent, but it's easier with those little picks. You know the one I mean that you just throw out. It's already on there.
Yep.
What I do. This is a pro tip. In your shower, put one every day. You know why? Put a new one in there, because then you won't forget. You're in the shower already. Just floss real quick. You know, this is the perfect time.
Oh yeah, it is.
Don't do that. Look, don't stand in front of your mirror, floss, and get like gunk on your fucking mirror. Don't be that guy. Don't do that shit. Do it in the shower. Nobody likes to come in a bathroom and like somebody had flossed in front of the mirror and there's shit every. You know what I'm saying? There's shit
Yes, I
all over the
do.
mirror. That is disgusting. Do not do that.
Oh man. Hey, so all right, kids, remember brush your teeth, floss
Yeah.
after every meal, and before you go to bed.
We're
Yeah.
gonna do a dare ad now.
Yeah.
Don't
Hey,
do drugs either.
don't do drugs. Right. Yeah.
Eat your vitamins. Eat your vegetables.
spend all your money on toys and video
Yeah.
games. Be safe out there, right? Because like drugs bring side effects. Toys and video games, you can at least sell later on to pay bills if you need to. Anyway, all right. So what's your thoughts on these two characters for Nova and Demon Deer?
These characters did not floss. No, I'm kidding. Uh, I like them, but the one looks like it's in like an aerobics outfit. The blue one.
Yes,
It looks like
Nova,
it's like ready to jazzercise or something.
dude.
N1, N2, N1, N2.
What's funny is they look like they took the molds from Kenner Star Wars, back in the day, because they have
Yeah.
definitely the hip design with the legs and
Looking
the
very Buck Rogers at aerobics.
yes. And the alien just is your standard bug-eyed alien with mandibles.
The Johnny Lawrence and
It's Johnny Lawrence.
space wear.
It's this Karate Kid in space.
Meet the leg.
Laser the leg, Johnny.
No mercy.
All right, so here's the back of the card. This is pretty cool. I love this. I think they look all illustrated. But they could be pictures.
Very like praying mantis head, these aliens, you know?
Oh yeah. So you
It's
can
like what do you call those? Like the chompers? On like a
mandibles,
praying mantis?
mandibles, or yeah.
It's like a claw mouth. I don't know what you call that on an insect.
I thought I thought they were mandibles or they're what, pincers or no? Wow.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Pinchers. I don't know.
So you could have gotten 16 figures total, which is pretty nice that you have like aliens and villains. I love that idea. Why more toy brands didn't do this, I don't know. but $4.
What sucks is, at one time though, you could get these, you could score these, like either at the tail end of when they cleared them out of KB and Toys R Us,
Mm-hmm.
or like a few years after, when like early 90s, when people were just buying everything else and just these were at the yard sale. There was a nice window where you could scoop these up, which
Oh
makes me
yeah,
cry, 'cause, you
yeah.
know.
I mean, I would have to look and see how much these things cost, but um, yeah, you could have found these at flea markets. You could have found them at garage sales. Any place that was liquidating that had toys at the time for like probably pennies on the dollar for some of this
But
stuff.
if you found them, even then they were missing the weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or they'd have the weapons but no missiles that fire, or it's one of those where like everything's gonna be incomplete. But like over time you could probably piece it together.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. So I feel like Mercury had his neck broken by Fang, and Fang just froze for us as the viewer, like they're from Toy Story.
Oh, the other thing that would have happened with this too at flea markets, these would have been mixed in with just your dollar store dinosaurs. Think about it. Because idiots don't know any better. So your average flipper at a flea market's just like, these are all $1. And they got into dollar dinosaurs with these Dino Riders, because they don't fucking know any better. So, those that knew scoop those up for nothing.
I gotta say, so Saiyan One said they are almost all. I mean, they are most all over 200 now. Jeez, just for the carded figures here. Whew.
You know why I know they're expensive too? I'm all over following tons of Instagram collectors, and I've only seen one fucking guy that must be like a plastic surgeon or something. This guy has every single one, and it's like in a glass display case. He's got like the store displays. This guy like scoured the planet. I've never seen one as extensive as this one guy. And I mean, I'm sure you just look up like the Dino Rider Instagram guy, because it's just one guy, dude. And that guy put down who knows how many thousands on that. But he's got it.
So let me ask this question then. We're sure it's not retro blasting, right? Michael from retro blasting.
Nah, no, this is a guy that's like their main specialty. Like he tours his toy room, and it's like the whole middle of it is just Dino Riders.
Dude.
And it blew my mind. I've never seen. He's got all the boxes too, everything. It's. I've only seen one guy with everything.
You know how like a missed opportunity is to have like Mattel not buy this license from Psycho and like do a Dino Riders Jurassic Park crossover figure line.
Yeah, but Vince, I'm one crossover line away from throwing up. I can't take it anymore. I like it. I like it for a while, and I even pre-ordered that crossover Thundercats one.
I did
Uh,
too. I
but I'm kind of over this, man. I'm kind of over the worlds are colliding. I enjoyed it at first. Now I'm kind of getting sick.
Oh come on, what are you talking about? You're the poster child for Worlds Collide. That's how you have your stuff, remember?
That's how I have my thumbnails. You're right.
It's
Aw.
like I want to have a little bit of everything. I'm not making fun. I'm just, it's
But when
just
they know, I know. But when they cross pollinate all the toy lines, then I start getting confused at how it even makes sense anymore.
then there's toys that are born that I don't want anymore because they don't look right, and then they start taking over my all my collection. No. Yeah, I feel bad for Mercury here. I think he's dead because his
Oh,
head's.
you saw it too, saying, yeah, it's like this one guy, dude, and it's a collection like that's just I don't understand how he pieced it together, and everything is just crisp. Got the boxes. It's
Well, if that's the only thing he collects, man, that's pretty
yeah.
impressive. I mean, I can't afford
That's
all
how
that.
much that's how motivated you got to be though. It's got to be like your baby. That's it,
Hmm.
because you can't afford anything else if you go all in on that.
So Zodiac Tales was adapted into an animated TV series between 93 and 94. that rebranded as Cadillac and Dinosaurs, a cartoon that ran 13 episodes.
Vince,
Yes.
if we pay him $5, maybe he'll let us sniff the dino plastic.
Right. Well, actually,
Can
dude,
we come in and sniff your Triceratops?
look, dude, if you pay us to fly out there, we will go and catalog your entire collection and interview you.
Can we sleep under the glass display and just look
Yeah,
at it?
yeah. Can we just can you get us like some Kool-Aid and some like cookies or something, and we can sit down and look like little kids at a
We'll
toy
bring the
store?
sleeping bags, but
Yes.
just give us the tour.
I'll go get my Ghostbuster sleeping bag somewhere.
I can't say enough good things about Tyco though, because their RC cars in the 90s, nobody was fucking touching that shit. The Scorchers, dude, that's one we got to do. Tyco RC cars, a whole lot, because the Turbo Scorcher, so many of those were amazing. The Fast Tracks, um, the one that sprayed with like a python that pops up, that's one of my favorites too. I forget what the name is right now,
Mm-hmm.
but they all had amazing names. They had amazing gimmicks. The commercials. So like, just I can't say enough good things about Tyco that they made these two. What they were doing with RC cars has never been matched to this day.
Ryan will sniff whatever you got.
I will sniff that T-Rex, Floyd.
Hey, hey, look, as long as he doesn't get an invitation to Millie Bobby Brown's house. All right.
Floyd, don't act like you didn't smell plastic from the new toys back in the day. Don't act like you didn't. It smelled so good.
And
Smell like Christmas morning.
Saiyan said that he needs to make it ecto cooler. That's what basically we need to get,
Yeah.
not Kool-Aid. And Owaz says that DOP wants to drink the Kool-Aid. Hey man, that's what we drank back then.
You know why there's a chance for Ecto Cooler to come back? Well, it has for the Ghostbusters movies, but I recently seen Gatorade has a throwback can that looked just like the old bottles with the logo. So you can get a can of Gatorade like in a soda can that looks like that same art, like when Michael Jordan would drink Gatorade,
Mm-hmm.
that logo with the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
It's like that throwback one. It looks really cool. So there's everything comes back.
So I gotta say, Finn and Cork, right? So one's a hammerhead shark. I kind of love the fact that all the aliens are different, like insects or predatorial creatures. But like Cork looks like the military guy that you saw in Child's Play 3. The one that was all obsessed with all the military shit.
Oh, the other thing that smell really good is pool inflatable toys. If you guys have ever been to a pool, the flotation stuff that you'd put on like your arms as a kid, or the inner tubes, or like your inflatable like alligator in the pool, they smelled so good. I don't know what it was, the mix of the chlorine and the plastic. I'm telling you,
Ryan's coming.
really good.
Ryan's coming back home after being at the pool all day. What man? Is our kid high? No,
Well, you don't want to smell guys' bath salts. Don't be that guy. Don't smell bath salt. We're not talking about any of that. We're talking about pool toys and action figures.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, the scratch and sniff stickers too, and we had the markers that smell good.
Mindzay
I got
and
some
Fire.
inflatables I want to huff the girls from
That might
the
be
girls from Baywatch.
that may be a different inflatable.
I'll huff on some inflatables from Baywatch.
Yeah. Whatever the hell. I can't even remember the song now.
That show inflated something else, Vince. Well, that's another story.
I'm sure it did. Maybe a few markers.
Nicole Eggert, can't what was the one that was on single? Carmen Electra was even on Baywatch at one point later on. Pam Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
So back to Dino Riders.
Yeah, we got too much inflating going on. All right. I mean, if we're gonna get to this point, I'm just gonna showcase the figures here.
Can that be our tagline though? toy showcase, sniff the plastic.
Snuff the
I just want that in quotes on the shirt.
smell
Dude,
the smell you'll never forget.
smell the plastic. Dude, that's got to be on the back shoulder of the shirt. The toy showcase on the front with that logo on the right. We have on the overlay, and then either sniff or smell the plastic. Either one, I don't care. But that's got to be on there.
You need to. Oh my god. Oh jeez. A guy would not drown. His paints are inflate a flotation device, and then Ryan wants to inflate a scratch and sniff sex doll. We're totally derailing the show, folks. If you know the podcast, we do this very well.
Not if I snap it, scratch and sniff something down below and it smells like fish. I don't want that.
A filet-o-fish. That's the tagline. Scratch and sniff this. Try not to huff the plastic, kids.
Smells like a fillet of fish.
Holy shit! Oh, and look, it's the Hulkster.
Byron Mindsy? Dude, they just give you one of the action figures as an elderly man.
Yes. Well, I'm on the next Q Star or Quasar, and then he looks like
that one on the left is fucking cool.
Yeah, the robot with the small alien head inside. Krolos. But Quasar over here, or Questar, looks like the Hulkster. All right, look here, you aliens.
Dude, who does the one on the right remind me of?
It's Hulk Hogan, man. What are you talking about? Or are you talking about the other one? The wait, let me see where we're at on the screen, because like
the blonde one with the mullet. It reminds me of something.
Yeah, it looks like Hulk Hogan, man.
But does he have a stash?
It looks like it. I mean, maybe not. It's close enough.
It does kind of look like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. What you gonna do, brother? When I get these 28-inch pythons around you? All right.
Dude, that is a small head though. An evil Rulon. It looks like
Evil
like
Rulon. Yeah, it does. It looks like one of the Goombas from the Mario Brothers movie. All you gotta do is play the elevator music and get him dancing, and no, you can't fight him. He can just be dancing. He has no brains.
Questar. Krulos.
We got Rattler and Proto. Okay, we're just like mix and matching like body parts and heads and just painting them differently. I guess when you have a toy brand that has like giant dinosaurs with robotic parts on them for vehicles and stuff, you got to have a full cast.
I like me some Rattler. I like this one.
The Cobra Man?
Looks like something out of like Deep Space Nine. Or like
yeah, it does. It does look like something out of Deep Space Nine.
I'll be friends with
Quark.
What's the Klingon from
Oh, Worf.
Next
Generation.
Yeah, Worf.
Yeah.
It'd be Worf, homie. Like his wingman at the bar. Rattler, Worf's homie. Picking up bitches at the bar.
I mean, I would see him in Mass Effect. I could see it.
Dude, on the right, the girl looking like fucking Luke's mother.
I think that's a dude, but
Remember?
yeah, it does look like. Oh, come on, what was
Does
her?
it look like Luke's mom?
Shimmy.
I don't know her name. What did they want him to do? Fucking work in the garden or some shit? What did they want like his life to be? Work on the farm?
Yeah. Oh, you mean his aunt, right? So Aunt Beru? Yeah.
Yeah,
Not his
whatever.
mom. Not his mom. But I was gonna go to Tashi Station to pick up some power converters.
Yeah, I don't know why I said his mom. I'm just thinking,
This guy's got 6 grill or
their little
gill.
sand hut or whatever in Tatooine.
Sand. It gets everywhere. That's
Bum ba 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 da da.
that was
Bum
not
ba bum
sad
bum
in a
bum ba ba
whiny
ba
enough
ba.
voice.
Can we stare into two moons right now, Vince, and have that song play?
But I
Bum
was
ba
gonna go to
ba
Tossage
ba
Station
ba
to pick up some power converters.
ba da 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 da
Today it
da
would
da.
be, but I'm gonna play on my tablet and play Minecraft with my friends. Not Minecraft, Roblox.
Dude, everything comes back to Star Wars on this show. We always have to bring.
Hey, we're dealing with space and aliens, right? So actually, six scale looks pretty cool. I like that blue with the red eyes.
Dude, that hairstyle, his aunt just says, "I don't like fancy sex positions."
Well,
Is what
okay,
that
hold
says.
on.
Like very
Pat, okay,
traditional sex.
so hold on. I got Dad. Yes, Luke's mom is Padme, but I think he was meaning Anakin's mom. But then that's what I thought. Then he was talking about his aunt, and that would have been Baru. That's where the confusion was coming
I was talking about whoever whoever his parents were in that fucking sand hut. Let me just layman's term some Star Wars shit sometimes.
It's Uncle Owen and Aunt Baru. You know, actually, what it is it's called Burnt Husk. Burnt Husk 1, Burnt Husk 2. Shmi Skywalker.
It's when he
Mars.
told his Vince. It's when he told his stepdad, "I don't want your life."
I
He
don't.
gave him the varsity. He gave him the Vanderbeek.
The varsity.
He said, "Son, why don't you stay at the farm? I don't want your life." You get that reference, Floyd? That Varsity Blues lines go over your head?
Man. Boldar and Termite.
And Vince, bring me the whipped cream girl stat from the laundry room.
Oh, jeez.
The cherries and the hot teacher in the strip club.
The one-time
Guys,
stormtrooper hits with
this is why you guys got to be
aimed at
40 to
right.
watch us. Because the movies we're referencing, you need to be 40. You need to be 40 to remember Varsity Blues as a teenager.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, exactly. You had to have graduated between the year of 2000 and 2004 to get that movie. Oh well, that was a throwback. The two easiest figures to create, right, Dad? These, I mean, at least the Boldar here is unique and different a little bit. He's got these nice little foam or styrofoam or padding here, shoulder pads.
I'm busy sending you two moons to look at.
It reminds me, that's no moon, that's a space station. All right, let's get into dinosaurs. I think we've here. Hold on, let me see. I'm just gonna look if there's any difference real quick with the. Yep, you've seen one figure. You've kind of seen them all. I do have to say the variety of the designs for some of these characters are not great. Now, okay.
They got a dead eye for the name. All right, guys, let's do a little better in the focus group room. All right, with then dead eye with the DED. Like what do we? It's like something like your kid would bring home as like art from school, and they're like, "What's this? What's this character called, honey?" He's like, "Dead Eye, DED." You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Well, I mean, look at the name of these guys here. It's like Crawl and Graph. It's like, who named their kid Graph? Is that a last name? Is it a nickname? Is that like the name the dad said when he was drunk and said Graph because he burped when he was being born?
man, I'll tell you what though, I love me some just paint deco on any '80s figure. Just look at the. I just love the color contrast, like with the purple and the aquas and the. I love this shit.
Yeah, because Dad, anytime a moon is pointed at somebody, they get destroyed. That didn't go well with the joke there. Had something else in mind. I'm gonna let it go.
Dude, this fucking T-Rex with the fucking shit on his head that fires is like the piece de resistance of this line. Like, I'm sure that's the Mac Daddy, whatever that one goes for, because that's the coolest looking fucking. If you're a T-Rex with weapons on his head, you were fucking shit up. Krulos and Questar. Didn't we see these clowns already?
Yeah, it started to loop back, so I just kind of passed them. All right, so here's
T-Rex
your
400. I figured Scion because that's the one everybody's gonna want.
not even full. Oh, jeez. Tin can sealed in box. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Oh, dude, I think we got our next two planned out. So you want to do Jurassic Park next week?
Mm-hmm.
The week after, you know what I want to do? Exo Squad.
Dude, Exo's got to be great. Well, it wouldn't be next weekend because I'm gonna go see my dad. So it'd be the weekend after.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that at the end of the episode.
There we go.
Ankylosaurus. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's
I
just
feel like it's adorable. This little 2-pack.
yeah. It's like I feel
So
like
cute.
it's like a baby one with this large alien next to it that's just got a crossbow on it. It's like,
It's like he's kind of like more than a weapon. It kind of looks like he's in like a jazz band or something. Like he's.
oh yeah,
It's like
he's actually one of the members of one of the bands in Star Wars. You know. That's not even a gun. It's a trumpet.
You'll be dead.
I have the death sentence in 21 systems. I'll be careful then. You'll be dead. This one's not worth the trouble. Gotta love I love the box art for this. Box art
Is that gonna be on? Is that gonna be on? I hate to say it, but Harrison Ford's grave. Who shot first? You know it is gonna be on there.
You will be disarmed.
Or I hate snakes. What's gonna be on Harrison Ford's grave? They'll never stop asking him that shit.
Oh, I know. She was my wife. That. Oh man.
I don't think Harrison Ford will ever top in any movie the scene where he shoots that Arab guy with the sword fight and just to not feel like getting in that sword fight. He just shoots him. I don't know if there's like ever been a more male badass bravado moment than that. Just icing that guy and walking away.
And the only reason why we got that scene was because Harrison Ford was sick, he had like 102 fever, and he was like he told Spielberg and Lucas that he couldn't do the thing they had planned, so he's like, well, why don't I just do this? And they just let it be.
It's so good. It's such good timing.
This Brontosaurus here, this is the hardest one to find an image for the thumbnail. Out of the box, that wasn't blurry as hell. But
yeah,
this thing looks awesome. See if
this whole line is awesome.
And see, here's the thing about it. This is an in-box version. There is no images on below at all of it. So, what you see is what you get, folks.
If I had some fucking Elon fuckstick money, Vince, I'd be all over this line. No. If I own Tesla, we love Tesla, okay?
If I had his money, everybody gets Transformers. Everybody gets G.I. Joes. I don't care who it is. You want a G.I. Joe? You get a G.I. Joe.
Excuse me, Vince. We're going to get so many Dino Riders, okay? Like you've never seen, like your dog, okay? We're going to get so many Dino Riders, okay? Bigly, huge, okay? Dino Riders, excuse me.
Well, considering we could probably buy the brand from Tyco and make our own brand of these, like re-release them today.
We love to crash the stock market, Vince, okay? For no reason at all, okay?
Hold on. Other than to help out my billionaire friends to be able to buy the stocks that dropped to increase their portfolio.
We love to have a big ego, Vince. We love Elon's Tesla. Okay, we love Tesla.
Is that is that
Shit,
is
man.
that what is that what he calls Elon calls his member his Tesla? So Trump loves his Tesla.
How do you think he felt though when he puts an R on it? How dumb do you think he felt? He's like, this fucking president can't even say my car name right, and I'm standing in front, dude. You
Tesla.
think they could go like shoot that again? Hey guys, can we get it
Can we
again?
can we
But it's
can
Tesla.
can we go back and like re-edit this? No, it's live TV. Shit.
We love Tesla.
I
Okay.
guess my company's called Tesla now. It's better than it's cooler than Tesla.
Rhymes with
Cause it sounds like a
Hitler.
girl
Okay.
name. Uh,
Rhymes with Hitler. Tesla. Okay.
I remember Toys R Us in New York, and man, they had them all displayed so nice. I wanted them all. Okay, I need you to read what Ryan said, but as Trump. I mean, that's saying. I need you what Ryan. I
What
need
who said?
what Sayin said. When he said, "I remember the Toys R Us's."
Okay.
Yep.
Let me give it a shot.
Okay.
I remember the Toys R Us in New York City. Okay, the Big Apple. Excuse me. And man, they had bigly, huge, all displayed, real nice. I wanted them all. Okay, like your dog. Excuse me, but I never got the damn T-Rex. Okay. When you're rich, you can grab the T-Rex by the groin. Okay.
You know when you
You can
have
grab the T-Rex by the pussy. Okay.
when you have that kind of money, you know you would think that you would like genetically engineer dinosaurs to come back and have your own Jurassic Park, but instead he wants to have robots and
By the
electric.
way, every time I do this damn voice, I fucking shred my throat, dude. Doing this, doing the Trump growl.
So Dad said Harrison Ford was 104 fever, had 104 fever. Ryan speaks facts. Saying laughed at it. Let's see.
Did Floyd really correct you on the degree of his fever?
It's
Floyd, you were literally that guy. Well, actually, and pushing your glasses up, you were literally that guy. You had to correct Vince on his fever temperature. Really, Floyd? You got to be that guy. Actually, excuse me, it was 104, okay? Everybody knows it was 104. Excuse me. Well, actually, Vince.
and they had already shot a much bigger sequence, but because of that, we never saw it. That sucks. That there was a different. So Dad said there was a different sequence for that was filmed.
How do you say this one's name? Chasmosaurus?
Chasmosaurus. I don't know. That sounds
What's this
like
dino's name? Chaz Bono? What's his name?
Jason. I mean, I don't even know if that's a real dinosaur name.
That's not. It can't be. What the fuck is it? Is it Chasmosaurus?
What's up, Ekun? Uh,
Is it a Cosmosaur? Cosmo Kramer?
Chas
Cosmosaurus?
Chasmosaur.
Yo, Iku.
It sounds like something Trump would say too. He's like, my favorite dinosaur is a Chasmosaurus.
You're gonna love our Chasmosaurus. Okay, excuse me.
Jeez. Um. So this isn't a Velociraptor. Dino Riders. I can't even say that.
No. Floyd, Musk can never speak without stuttering like a fuck. That guy stutters more than a Jesus. He
Glitch.
stutters more than somebody being questioned by the police in an interrogation room. He stutters so much. You just want to tell him today, Junior.
I've heard Musk speak. He's no genius himself. He definitely knows how to play the public and type things out. But when it comes to raw intelligence and deep technical brilliance,
Listen, let me ask you a question. How does a guy who makes electric cars and puts fucking rockets in space not know how to fix a fucking speech impediment? Get a fucking vocal coach, you billionaire cocksucker. Is that harsh enough? How about that?
some say he lends
Settle
heavily
down,
on
right?
talents as he hires. He's more of a a bold visionary and aggressive businessman than actual technical genius. Oh, and then
We love the Trumposaurus Rex, okay, Vince?
Trumposaurus, right? Okay, can somebody Photoshop that for us? We'll put it in the next episode. No, so Owa says he has that dinosaur, the raptor one, but he doesn't have any of the parts for it.
Hey, Elon has so much money. He should have like a Darth Vader voice box that fixes his fucking stutters for him.
No, he can
That he
have
speaks through that and like a de-stuttering machine.
he could have Anthony Daniels just be C-3PO and like, well, Master Elon says blah 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 blah. You know, the fact Musk was on the Big Bang Theory already cremates.
He already calls himself Darth. Remember, he calls himself like he wears Darth MAGA. So he already wants to have that Vader voice box. It can fix his stuttering.
Yeah, but I mean, sadly, James Earl Jones isn't with us anymore, so he can't be, you know, Luke, help me take this mask off. I'd like to look upon you with my own eyes.
What do you call a dinosaur that just got out of jail? A Megasaurus, okay? Excuse me.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. I do like the fact that these things come with a lot of accessories. Honestly. It's pretty nice.
This guy.
What guy? What who do we miss?
Floyd's still going on about the fever thing.
That work was a little too far.
I just want to know, how do you hold on to that information of the exact temperature of the fever Harrison Ford had on the set of fucking Indiana Jones? Floyd, how do you remember that and you're like 80?
My dad's not that old.
I'm kidding.
I know. No,
let me roast him. Let me roast him back, Vince. He's roasting me the whole time.
Well, to be fair, I mean, Raiders of the Lost Ark is his favorite Indiana Jones movie. But
I'm just saying, that's crazy. It's like you didn't know.
Wait a minute. So this dinosaur has Captain Kirk on it. Look at it. It looks like a not Harrison Ford. Man, come on. William Shatner figure. Look at this. Do you guys see this?
It's a delay. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. LOL. Shots fired.
His little chair. It looks like the chair the grandmother had in Gremlins went up the staircase.
But doesn't it look like Harrison? I mean, come on, not Harrison Ford. I've been doing this because we're talking about. It looks like Captain Kirk. William Shatner. Come on, Vince, get your names right.
Flies out the window, lands in the snow.
Well, instead of this, he flew so far back in time, he landed with dinosaurs.
What was it? Okay, so Floyd, since you fucking know everything, what was the grandma's name? The mean old bitch from Gremlins. What was her name that gets ejected out the window? I don't remember his name. What was her name again?
You
know, it's gonna be right in there. Well, actually, her name was originally.
Give me a second. I'm trying to remember right now, but I know it too. I just watched that movie. I love that movie. It's my favorite. Don't do it too much, Ryan. We might get copyrighted because it sounds too close to the actual score. Yeah, it was Mrs. Futterman.
Mrs. Deagle? He says Mrs. Deagle.
Oh, Meagle Deagle? Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's it. Hold on. Futterman was the wife of Dick Miller's character.
Yeah, this is definitely Miss D. He borrowed Miss Deagle's staircase chair.
Miss Deagle was evil. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my! What she always like? Oh my heart!
My heart. I'm gonna eat your dog. Jeez, lady, calm down. I'm gonna boil him in a stew. She doesn't really say that, but she sounds like it.
You know, I like Miss Deagle. You know why, Floyd? She's a cat lady. Remember all the cats in her house? I gotta respect that. You know I
Meow.
love that.
Yeah, we're cat fans here.
That's the best thing about her.
The
That's
only
why
good
she
thing.
hated the dog. She
The
was a
only
cat
good thing
lady.
about her. She was played by Polly Holiday.
She had kind of a baller house, even though it was mad stuffy.
That you know the house was full of mothballs.
Oh, I love this one too.
Yeah, it's like a troop. Yeah, the
Diplo,
Diplosaurus.
Diplodocus. I feel
Dip.
like you call it a Diplodonkus. Diplodingus. Y'all got the. Can you imagine like a redneck going to the store getting? Y'all got the Diplodingus in here, or the Dino Riders?
My son's
Y'all
a
got
big
any
fan of this
Diplodingus?
cartoon show, and he wants this Diplodocus. I don't know.
Isn't that the name of a stupid DJ? Diplo shit or something? Some redneck going in the store. Listen, I'm looking for a Dino Rider for my son. You got the Diplodingus in here? Looking for a Diplodingus.
Diplodocus.
It looks awesome though. I would love this figure. It fucking pops open. You can
Yeah,
store the aliens inside. That's
it
dope.
it looks like yeah, it's a troop transport. It looks like it would be able to be like a kind of a flotation device too for this thing to go through water.
Dude, there's like an egg in like the front for the dude to sit like when he's controlling the. This is fucking legit. I love this thing.
Dude, this is what's cool. The box reminds me so much of like the Japanese toys that would get released here and stuff with the styrofoam.
Yeah.
Even
By the
like
way,
the GI
all these
Joes
accessories,
or the
Vince, look
Transformers.
like they would. All these accessories, dude, look like they'd break if you sneezed on them. Like these all look very breakable. All these
Oh yeah, I'm
accessories.
pretty sure.
I want the Diplo Dingus. Look, they say museum quality replica. It's interesting that they say that, because we were talking earlier about how, the museums would always sell a lot of dinosaur toys.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you got to look at the fact too is that they have the whole Swissmonian set too. That's part of this line, and I can't even say it right.
Eku's got a good one too. Ekun says Diplo Dingleberry Rex.
I'll be your Diplo Dingleberry. Could you imagine Tombstone with dinosaurs? That'd be great.
What if these came with dino dumps, Vince? Like like a little plastic dump
That's
for the
one.
dinos when they dump.
And then I want an Ian Malcolm that says this is a big pile of shit. Or he actually says this is one. That's one big pile of shit. This one's ready for battle. It can shoot from behind and back and shoot missiles from the sides.
And then Sam Jackson says, "Hold on to your butts."
Yep. And then gets eaten by a raptor.
Remember when we were a kid and like we took it as like gospel, the whole fucking dino DNA shit. We're like, oh my god, that's how you can make a dinosaur? Like we believe that shit like it was real. Like when we seen that y'all got dino DNA and they
Hold
showed
on,
that little documentary.
but you got to remember when he says it though, he's like, "Dino DNA." Let's get the most hick Southern guy to do
Yeah.
the voice for Mr. DNA.
Like who did Jeff Foxworthy did the dino DNA fucking commercial? And we took
And
the blood from a mosquito, the dino blood from a mosquito that had been preserved in what was it preserved in?
you might be working at Jurassic Park if the attractions go out and eat the people attending. I don't know. It's just some weird stuff. And Ryan smells like a snozberry.
And Newman's got it all in a Gillette, in a Gillette razor, and a Gillette foam dispenser.
Yeah.
The perfect hiding place.
Dotson, we got Dotson here. See, nobody cares.
Smells like snozberries.
This is the
Skeletor, Pterosaurus.
this was the Kentosaurus.
Yeah, that's the perfect. Why? Yeah, why Motu Origins never did that T-Rex reissue? I don't know why. Are they planning on that one? They gotta be planning on one of
Oh well,
those.
remember they're doing what's the newest thing? The Hordax. What was the new place that they're doing? It was one of the ones we were sought after.
Oh, Hordax Hive.
Yeah. So like they're doing some of those play sets, so I'm pretty sure they would eventually. I mean
Wow.
the brand's still going. The Braun.
And they're gonna do the slime pit.
Yeah, Slime Pit. Hmm.
I'm only not that excited about those because I already have the originals, but I'll probably still buy them. Um,
Well, I did get to see that Orko's getting finally his Origins Filmation look figure. I pre-ordered that.
you know what? You know what's funny, Ikun, is I put the dinosaur, whatever it's called, the Beast Wars one reissue that I got at Ollie's. I put that next to my He-Man and called it close enough. You know the one I'm talking about, Vince? It's like also like a I think it also might be like a purple T-Rex looking Beast
Oh
Wars.
yeah, you're talking about Megatron, the Beast Wars Megatron.
Yeah, because it was on sale at Ollie's like for $20 last Christmas, and I picked one up, and I just put that next to him, and I call it close enough.
It's close enough. You see, this is what happens when Skeletor actually has technology. Look,
Worlds are colliding again.
Maxima. No, sorry, it's Megatron Terrorize.
Lines are colliding. I don't know, Vince. You're not gonna be able to top Diplo Dingleberry. Let's see what we got next here. I just picture like these
Monoclonus.
dinosaurs. I just picture these dinosaurs being like, "Get all this fucking shit off of me! Get all this fucking crap off my back!"
Yeah, it's like it bothers them. Monoclonus or clonis.
They look like when you put costumes on a dog, Vince. Like the dog's all pissed with the Halloween costume on.
Or any kind of animal. They got like some kind of sweater on that like their aunt makes them.
And then
Oh,
they
you look
walk
so
all weird.
cute.
They do that costume walk that they're really uncomfortable. Like it's like a waddle.
Yeah, they're trying to get it off of them.
Yeah, Ikun. I know that one's awesome, dude. And it's like it, it looks like it could have been in the He-Man world, you know? So I put it that's why I put mine with my He-Man shit. Good find for $5. You
Hell yeah.
even better than my score at
So
Ollie's.
is it the vintage one or the one that they did with the newer Kingdom line?
Um let me let me
I think
text
it's
you just so you know the one I mean, because I'm not I'm bad with the names of some of this stuff.
yeah, it's fine.
When I get it, Vince, I literally open the box, throw it away, and then just display it. So let me show you so you know the one I mean.
Just chunk some weapon on.
It says it's the
I think it's the original re-release of the original Beast Wars
it says
figures.
the Predacon Megatron
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah, so if it's still very if it because even the one that I have that's for the Kingdom line, he's still smaller than the original release of
Dude,
him.
I
So
think this is honestly one of the best things I've seen at Ollie's, Vince. When I bought this, I'm like, fucking yes. This is one of the best things. And they had a bunch of them. So I'm gonna text it to you.
okay,
Yeah, this is the one I got. I think it was like 20 at Ollie's. I was super happy to get this
I
and
still
the gorilla one.
I still need to go to Ollie's next week when I get paid because I got to try to get Perceptor. The
Well, dude, usually when I go there, I don't see shit, to be honest with you. But this was a different time. This was, yeah, this year, like that year when they had, I
yeah,
think it was last Christmas. I got that and the Black Gorilla one, whatever that one's called, for like
Optimus
20.
Primal. So yeah, this is the reissues of the original Beast Wars figures. So which is so
I'll do a post image in chat so Ikun can see it too. The one I mean.
yeah.
I'll post the link. Hold on.
Someone just needs to go in here with some like WD-40 or not, well, some kind of cleaner to clean off this dust off this figure. Just give it a good scrub
Dude, I'll
down.
tell you what, my toy room, all the shelves are black and have like a little thin layer of dust. And I'm gonna tell you what, Vince, it's never getting clean because I am not, dude, I am not removing 5,000 loose action figures from my room to dust. So that dust will die with me. That's not getting removed, dude. Like I am.
No, I'm that way with some of my figures, but like when I get them, I'm moving. I'm like, oh my gosh! So I go and I try to rub all that stuff down so I can it's at least
and,
presentable.
and like the best I could do is like you wipe the front of the shelf, but then you see it's like almost like when you put fake snow down for Christmas. Like you see, you know what I mean? You can only wipe down the area of the shelf in front of the figures because to take like 100 figures off a shelf is gonna take too long. So the best you could do is
Oh,
wipe down the front of the shelf.
geez, saying are you saying that this figure here is 5K, or are you talking about what Ryan's got? What he showed off? Yep, found the same one in Optimus Primal. Nice. Oh no, no, okay, okay, okay. All right, yeah, because I was like, man, that's ridiculous for that huge horned Triceratops there.
Dude, I have a funny inside joke for you to tell you, Ikun. You'll get this joke right now without anybody knowing who we're talking about. Uh, long story short, Ikun, check the DM I sent you earlier, and all I got to tell you is, didn't I tell you it was gonna be 6 months? And you'll know the inside joke I'm talking about. Didn't I tell you it was gonna be 6 months? Our gamble.
You're gonna
I'll
have to,
tell you later.
yeah, you're
What
gonna
I'm
have to tell
talking
me later. So I wasn't part of that equation. Between all the video games I have and some space for toys, but that is.
But he'll know what I'm talking about. It's an inside joke.
The Pterodon.
Pterodon Pterodon Juan.
I have no clue what my collection's worth. Just I have no clue. There's a pterodactyl with a glider. I mean, I kind of like the boxes. I really do. I like the whole, it gives you enough play features. It gives you a window into it of what you're getting in the box. I gotta say, it stands out. This is the Tiger Force version.
What would you most want in this line so far?
Probably the Brontosaurus. And then when we get to the T-Rex. With laser action. These figures must be small. It's been a long time since I've seen these. Yeah, the problem with collecting these toys is the fact that you can almost never find them complete. Yeah. Or complete in box. Looking around, and some of these are still be found for under $200. Yeah, the guys are small.
That's what she said.
That's why there's a bunch of guys and no women in the line. They just clone themselves. It's a Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus. I kind of like the contrast between the chrome and the reds. It does make this like vibrant contrast and stuff with the between the figures.
It is cool. Okay, what was that? What was the GI Joe offshoot? Remember they had like a skull vehicle. What's that one? It's like Justice Curry has it in his like high dollar shelf. It's like some kind of offshoot of GI Joe. I never can remember the name. Or maybe it was like a European thing.
It might
Remember,
have
it's
been
like literally a skull on a vehicle that looks like that, and it looks like a very like GI Joe.
there was a bunch of different GI Joe stuff that was released outside of the states.
There wasn't some shit called like Freedom Force or something. I don't know the right name
Or
for it.
Action Force.
Was it Action Force?
I think it was Action
Skull
Force.
vehicle. Maybe look up Action Score. Like it just made me think of that, like the color scheme.
Yeah, let me go look it up. Hold on.
The Action. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, look up Robo Skull from I don't know why I just thought of this, but look how
Robo
cool the Robo Skull vehicle is from
Yeah, I remember this. Hold on.
fucking cool, right? Doesn't it look like something out of Terminator or some shit?
Oh, it does.
It looks like Terminator meets fucking Star Wars. What's Vader's fucking spaceship again?
The TIE Advance.
TIE Fighter or TIE Advance?
It's a TIE Advance. Yeah.
That doesn't look like something Darth Vader would be.
It does. Or like some rogue group of the Force, or like some like,
Dude, I want that shit in my collection.
dude, that's badass. I mean, like it's
I know. I
the
wonder if they've done a reissue on that.
Robo
I'd like.
Skull and Red Wolf. I got it up so people can see it what we're talking about, so they can know. That
Yeah.
is pretty awesome looking.
Yeah, I know you'd like that.
I've seen it though. I've seen it before. I've never seen it in hand though, but it's yeah. Action Force is kind of like it's not GI Joe, but it's like at the time they were doing random stuff.
Oh, Ikun, you won't be lost if you just check your Discord DM that I sent you. You'll get the inside joke I'm making right now. We took a private gamble on something, and you'll see what I mean if you check your
So how much money did you make off that gamble?
Discord DM. I don't know what. I don't think we actually put a money value on the bet, but we made a bet and we all picked a time frame for something that we both knew was gonna occur. I think you might have been there that night in voice chat, but we all took a gamble on somebody.
I just gotta remember what the source of the information is, and I'll get to it. I'll figure it out. I just love how like each one side has like a version of one of the dinosaurs for good or bad, except for like the T-Rex and the Brontosaurus. But here you go. All right, you ready, Saiyan? Here is the creme de la creme, the thing to have, the holy grail of Dino Riders, the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Fuck yes, dude.
This stuff will make you a sexual Tyrannosaurus.
All right, Santa. I'm telling this to Floyd. Listen, Santa, all I want It's a Thundercats layer vintage. This T-Rex. And now what was that thing called? The Red Skull thing? I want that Red Skull thing.
So Sam was saying, it's funny. Sam is saying. So the big thing with these toys, they have batteries on them that cause action. The T-Rex takes batteries and can walk on its own. That's awesome. The first Dino Riders Marvel comic goes for $50 to $75. Jeez. I thought we bet a bag of candy for it, Ryan. So I guess he remembers.
There you go.
Yeah,
You
Floyd.
gotta we bet a juice box of Ecto Cooler on it. A vintage one.
Um,
It's probably discolored juice now.
that is cool. I didn't know they did that. Let me see. Yeah, so okay, that was the thing. If you look at the just check out the left side of the screen and look at the intro and outro for the cartoon. At the end of the show, you see Marvel Productions logo, and that was like they did that on GI Joe, they did it on Transformers, and a couple other ones. Not that same one, but they had a hand in the storytelling for the cartoons and the comics. Oh my god, I'm going to laugh so hard, Ryan. Thank you for that. I need to know what this is. Just don't say it right now because we don't want to. Look at that box, bro. That box is amazing. You would, I would want this complete. Didn't even know this would probably be an arm and a leg. I'd have to sell the kidney. Okay, so let's get into the Smithsonian Institute figures. Oh wow, they just released the dinosaurs as figures. That is crazy. Here you go. Here's the Tyrannosaurus. I bet these are more expensive, honestly. I bet these are more expensive. I think they came with little bootleg or booklet in the box. I can't remember. Yeah, these have got to be more expensive. That's pretty awesome looking. No, they're not. Wow, that's crazy. There you go. Woolly mammoth. Nice. But were they modular? Do you think that you could actually take these and put like some of the gear on them?
I would think so.
Yeah. Triceratops, Dino Riders, Decalo. No, it's a Triceratops or whatever. I'm not even going to read these names. My brain can't pronounce it. Too tired. You know, and I remember Jurassic Park, with Mattel doing these, like their versions. And they always had the battle damage, which I can't wait to talk about. Because I love that line. I still have maybe a few of those figures. I don't have any of the dinosaurs, but I have some of the figures still. I have all the Topps comics, because Topps got the right to do the comics. But I'll go deeper into that whenever we get to that episode. I love the combo stuff.
Pterodactyl.
All right, so let's look at the Ice Age ones. There was only 4. Yeah, so there's your woolly mammoth, your saber-tooth tiger, your sloth, and your killer warthog. And what other animal has tusks? A puma. Stop making up mystical creatures.
It goes for 65 loose, but not without without the weapons, though, right?
I think
Probably
so.
loose without the weapon. I think loose with no weapons is probably
Yeah.
65. Dude, I would still almost get it for 65. Like, but I wonder how much like I would maybe just get the headpiece that goes on it, you know? Because like getting all the weapons would probably be a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy that you got cavemen doing all this with the technology, and it's like the people of the future died out, and the cavemen started warning each other with this technology they found that they could never reverse engineer because they weren't smart enough.
Yeah, once you add weapons, it jumps. Man,
Hey,
did you ever see Jennifer Connelly in a movie called Of Love and Shadows?
no,
Wow,
but I will add it to the list of things to watch.
just a picture popped up, and she's just in like an army fatigue with nothing under it.
Is that what we call going commando?
Wow, it was just so very nice. You will give me this Jennifer Connelly's, yes. By the way, I'll be right back, Vince.
Yeah, no worries. So it became cavemen. I wonder if like the human race got eradicated. I wonder. I would love to know what the story is for this. Yeah, once you add weapons, it jumps up. Okay. Yeah. Ugh. And Grill. So Grill survived. Eco survived, and Squish. Onk. Buzz. Such basic wording for names. Come here, Socks. Come here, kitty. Meow. Tor and Gore. So, saying, did you pay attention to the Ice Age stuff? Yeah, I've never heard of the Ice Age stuff either. It looks like it came out before, like, because you're looking at 87, right? Versus 88 for the other stuff. You would think this was like a different subset. So weird to sell caveman toys with your alien action figures. Because, I mean, you're looking at like Series 1 was 87 as well. Wow, crazy. So this must have been never hitting the shelves at first. I bet like almost. I'd have to look it up honestly. I wonder if like the Ice Age stuff came out before, and then they got into the actual series of figures. Very very interesting. Okay, I gotta say we're getting in some more playable normal action figures here with the designs of these guys. Or where it came from. I thought it was in reverse. I would think so too. Like the humans died out and then the cavemen took over the technology instead of it being, um, you know, before. Bomba. Okay, I gotta say this is some American Gladiators type stuff here. Like they're ready to fight into the gladiatorial games. Very military compared to the other type of guys that we've been dealing with before. I mean, these guys are like Marines. It's like the Colonial Marines from Aliens. In October 2005, 2015, Mattel was working with Films to develop a live-action Dino Riders films with Alicia Phillips and Steven Laura Hendricks production. But in 2018, it went into production hell. That sucks. That sucks. And that happens a lot, honestly. Does that dude have like rock armor? Is this supposed to be him in a ghillie suit? He's gonna MacGyver something with a rock armor, some a foliage, and a head of lettuce. Just don't know. Alrighty, so I think that's about every figure for this line. Um, yeah, because we looked at those. Now, what we can do is look at the Mattel stuff that they only had like one thing of, which is kind of cool. I gotta say. Um, Rulon Warrior Battle Pack. This is awesome. Like, could you imagine like having an RPG and using these as miniatures for the game, or like a some kind of tabletop? This would be really cool. I like just the standardization because I've seen Aliens stuff like this. I actually got my son some of those back like when he was 6. These are cool though. Includes, gives you the characters, the dinosaurs. This was Mattel. This might fall in line, Dad, with what they were trying to do with the movie. Probably testing the waters. This could have been actually a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. It's the only thing I don't like. It doesn't give you enough information about some of the things that you're looking at. Like, it just tells you who it's from, you know, when it was released, but there's no details. Like, why was this done? I wonder if this was just done to see if there would be interest in this. Oh, wait, is there different packs? I mean, it's cheap. Owaz, did you see these, man? Like, I gotta send this to him, because if these are like muscles, I know he would be all over this. Wow, they're a little big. Actually, I don't know how big they are. I love that. They wouldn't take up much space on your shelves at all. And if you buy 2 of them, you could technically paint them and like recreate your own stuff like for the characters from the show. Man, that's really cool actually. I like that. Yeah, I've seen them. Almost picked them up a couple times for 20 bucks in the box. Dude, that is awesome. Are they about the size of muscles or are they the size of like army men? You know, it's weird the nonsense that pops up on just like random stuff here. Dude, that's not, yeah, exactly. It's not a bad price at all. I would say that the size of muscles, it isn't a big box. Dude, like you should, oh, Waz, you should pick one up, man, and do an unboxing video. I would pick one up, man. They look cool. I really like the detail, like the attention to detail in the figures. I mean, technically, you could 3D print these, I'm sure. We could totally make our own board game somehow. We'll just figure out the rules, make a map for it. All right, so for not, I'm gonna wait till Ryan gets back, but for not for next week, but look at all this wonderful Jurassic Park stuff here that we can look at. But if we're gonna do it, you gotta do it right with the Kinner stuff. Hold on, wrong Kinner year. What? That's weird. Oh yeah, it's just the advertisement. Anyway, let's see. So, what do you guys think about some other things that we can look at for another episode? Ice Age was about a tribe of Cro-Mags at war with a rogue tribe of the Neanderthals. Okay. Yeah, I have 3D printed some muscle figures. The detail isn't as fine though. Grom is the leader of the deadly clan of Neanderthals who seeks control of annihilating all neighboring tribes. He has ruled his tribe for years. So, like, we haven't talked about G.I. Joe yet. That's going to be a big one because with G.I. Joe, there is a lot, and I mean a lot of figures. Um, and vehicles. Like, because you not only do you have your 82 to 89, or no, sorry, 82 to 98, right? This is your classic real American hero G.I. Joe line. This is going to take time. I mean, really, really take time because you got your original 13 Joes with the mail order Cobra Commander. So going all into this is going to be quite a few episodes. Will probably be like 2 months worth of content. What else? He was talking about Exo Squad. Actually, Exo Squad, and you got the 2 series, so that's going to be enough right there between the original series and the second series, which brings in the Robotech stuff, which then could in turn bring in a whole other another subset of figures. And with Robotech, you got the Harmony Gold stuff, you got the Matchbox stuff, which is technically the original. Actually, with enough of this, we could probably do this in one episode. We still need to finish Transformers. Let's see what else we could do at some point. We haven't done a Voltron. I think it was this one, and then there's I think it's gonna be the Poppy stuff. Hold on. Does it have the Poppy stuff? Super 7. Posh Place. Yeah, okay. This is the stuff that'd be definitely a dedicated episode to do Voltron. There's actually enough here to be able to do all of it at one point in one episode. We did Street Sharks already. There's actually quite a few of them out there that we've done saying. We did Street Sharks, we did Turtles, we've done Aliens, we did Terminator, we did RoboCop, we did Rambo, we've done Ghostbusters, Star Wars. Still a lot though. Still a lot of stuff to do. Hell, we could do Food Fighters at one point in time. That might have to be comboed with something else because there's only 17 figures and vehicles with a total. Let's see. Oh yeah, Barnyard Commandos. Maybe we could put them together. Yeah, definitely would have to be a combo with that. We've done Toxic Crusader. We won't do. Ryan has a an issue with Monsters in My Pocket. That would be cool. Ryan has a problem with the Captain Planet, so that's unfortunately not going to be on the show. Even though like Captain Planet and Swamp Thing would be a great combo. Oh wait, hold on. What was it? Where was one two? There's Visionaries, which we should do with the Inhumans or Inhumanoids. Just trying to look for some other ones that we could do at some point. But yeah, this definitely would be cool. And then was it Wheeled Warriors would be nice. Unfortunately, there was a problem with that show. Well, the show was great. Toy Brand was a whole other thing. None of the characters looked like anybody from the show other than the boss enemies. Then Wrestlers in My Pocket, dude, had some fun toys. Hell yeah, we did. Dune. Oh, Dune. Yeah, yeah. I thought I read that as Dude. Dune. The the Battle for Arrakis. You're looking at 84 LJN. Heck, we haven't even done like Tron or Indiana Jones. So like that would be cool. We could do the original Kenner, Raiders of the Lost Ark figures. Da-na-na-da, da-na-na. So much to cover. Oh, what was it? Hold on. What was that one? Well, we'll look at that real quick. Hold on. First off. Yeah, Monsters in My Pocket. Matchbox. That's insane. Wow. There is a total of. That is crazy. 178 of these guys. What up, Paste? Watching while I'm grinding out well a video Valo games. I get you, brother. Cheers. Cool show. I love the Dino Riders. You guys did Food Fighters and Barnyard Commandos? No, we haven't done it yet, Dad. When y'all did McDonald's, we talked about it then, but we didn't actually do it. Um, We talked about doing it though. Yeah, there's still a lot. You might want to catalog your episodes so you ain't repeating. No, Dad, I know we haven't done Barnyard Commandos yet. More Muscle Men, 236. Ultimate Muscle. Even that would be called Muscle Men here. Let's see. Muscle Warriors. No, this is not that one. Hold on. Unknown brand. Muscle Mud. Is it? Hold on. Is it under? Yeah, Ultimate Muscle. Here we go. Well, these are the larger figures. Hold on. Really? Did I completely miss that, OWAS? Mucha Lucha. Monsters. Muscle Muds. Muscle Warriors. They don't even have a listing for it. Oh, look for muscle. Yeah, yeah. I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. 249. That would definitely be a large episode. Singles. 239 of them. Jeez, that is awesome. I totally forgot about that. Thank you, man. So what about Godzilla? They had toy releases in the 90s. Yes. Gojira. Godzilla. We can look at. There would be the Bandai. You're looking at what was the other one? Imperial. What have you, King of the King of the Monsters. Oh, look, it's the Godzilla I had, Dad. Hell yeah. I had this. With his goofy lipstick and weird eye paint. I gotta see if I can find this. It'd be awesome to have this again. But I have this one here. I do have this one. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so hold on. It's missing some of the figures I'm looking for. Let's see. 98, 94, 85. So I know Imperial. There was Godzilla Gang from Mattel. I don't remember those. Before my time. But oh, come on, really? 98. Like, Dad, what was the like? Because there's the Anguirus, and I had King Ghidra, Mothra. I had all those and stuff, and they're not part of that set. Hmm. Some of that stuff's missing. That's a throwback. What site is this? Oh, this is FigureRealm.com. So give me a second. Because I thought that Bandai did some too. But then you got, like, this would be cool is... Yep, here we go. The old Shogun Warrior figures. And you can't look at this without looking at the 24-inch action figures. And the good old Godzilla with fist throwing action. Because you can't have Shogun Warrior figures without some kind of missile launching fist. But then you got Mazinger. Where's Mazin when you need him? Mazenga. The great Mazenga. Sounds like Bazanga.
So where we at?
We're done, man. We're finished. I was just showing. I was like, we're just basically talking about what we could do next, like Barnyard Commandos, and I know we're gonna do Jurassic Park, and then we're gonna do Exo Squad.
Yeah.
But like, there's
Barnyard Commandos would be cool,
with
but it's not a lot to cover. I think it would be cool to do another one too, like maybe like Barnyard Commandos.
Food Fighters.
And...
Food Fighters is what the one I was thinking.
Perfect.
Yeah.
By the way, I own both. I own both, and a lot of them.
The stuff we have imported and banned.
I own both Barnyard Commandos and Food Fighters.
So we were looking at like Godzilla. We can do Tron. There's actually a whole movie
right
line.
Now I have like the whole Food Fighters line. I have like the whole line, and that's not cheap. They're like $200 for the whole line. The only thing I'm missing is the guns on them. They came with these little shitty like Star Wars sized guns, like Kenner Star Wars sized guns, like Power of the Force 1, like really small little black guns. And I don't have any. But mine even have their little helmets.
So we were looking at Monsters in My Pocket. That would have to be a whole episode on its own because there's so many figures.
Yeah.
Same thing with like
That could be a double. Monsters in My Pocket should be with Muscle Men. Both.
Yeah. Well, we'd have to do a two-parter because they're like, if you looked at the number of stuff for it. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull it up here. Like, so for it's down here.
And then we got to do a Battle Beast one.
Dude, yes, Battle Beast that'd be great.
But start just making a list, and we can interchange when we do them. Just make a list right now. Let's spitball. We can spitball the next 10, and we can decide on the order later. So can you start a list while our minds are on it?
Yeah, let me. I don't have it where I can like show the screen, but we can talk about it. So what's going on? Let me grab notepad.
Yeah.
And then what I'll do is I'm going to.
Yeah, just you could just type each one's like a different line.
All right, so let's do this so we get back up on the screen here. So, as far as the next show, that's Jurassic Park. So. Exo Squad. Okay, so that's should be 30 and 31, episode 30 and 31.
Barnyard Commandos and Food Fighters.
Okay, so now 32 will be
Oh, I got two I'm dying to do.
okay. Barnyard Commandos. We got what 33. Like we could do like movies, so like Dune, Indiana Jones. Think of something else to do that because like both of those aren't.
I really
want
to do. Yeah, that's good. I'm down for that.
Maybe Tron. I'll do Tron.
Ball.
Tron. There we go. We'll do Dune, Indiana Jones, or Raiders, and Tron will be the one episode we do. And then you want to do Mad Balls
as its own one, because there's another one we could talk about in that one at the end called Blurp Balls too.
Okay.
BLURP.
BLURP.
And then I want to do one dedicated to Boglins.
Okay.
I love Boglins so much.
Okay. And then
You said Muscle Man.
yeah, so muscle and monsters in my pocket. Okay. Um Visionaries
Yep.
and wasn't it Inhumanoids? Or no, not Inhumanoids. What was the other one?
Yeah. I said Inhumanoids. I said Battle Beasts.
Well, no, but I know what was the one that was the where the guys had just had they were figures, but they just had that hologram throughout the
Oh,
whole thing.
Supernaturals.
Supernaturals. There we go. And then let me see. So 38 would be what you were saying.
Did we do Monster in My Pocket?
I did Muscles and Monster in My Pocket for 36. 37 is Visionary Supernaturals.
Did we do Battle Beasts?
Yeah, Battle Beasts. And see anything in the chat, because I don't have the chat up right now because I'm doing this. Yeah, some of the stuff we imported from Bandai. Muscle Man could be easy by itself. I got close to having 1K of them. Nice, hell yeah! These are cool toys.
1K, like 1,000 in it, or there's 1,000 figures?
No, he just has 1,000 Muscle Men, like because he's a big fan. That's his favorite, one of his favorite lines.
Has he done a video on it? I want to see the whole collection.
Oh, have you done a video on your muscle stuff?
He has 1,000 of them.
Yes, he's got close to 1,000. He said
They're expensive on eBay too.
well, like when we were talking about it before the show when we did the Nintendo Direct breakdown, and he said that like when he goes, he tries to get them for like $1 a piece, or about $1 like 25 a piece. He
When
says
he goes where?
to different toy conventions and stuff, or out and about hunting. But he said he got big into them in the late 90s. I have 10 packs sealed, or 10 packs and 4 packs sealed. Yeah, around $1.
Okay, we got to do Kenner Superpowers and Marvel Secret Wars. We haven't done that yet, have we?
Yeah, because that's a low run on both of the. Well, Superpowers
It
is
is
a little
low.
bit. Superpowers is a little bit larger than Secret Wars, but yeah,
Doable in one though.
yeah.
Both are doable in one.
Superpowers and Secret Wars.
Marvel Secret Wars. This is great because this is all shit I have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just naming what's in my toy room.
I mean, we still need to do GI Joe, but that's got to be broken up into like a few episodes. But that can happen towards like October, because we're already looking at between what we're doing. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 episodes set up. That's 10 weeks right there. This is gonna put us.
I want to do Beast Wars on its own.
Yes, I know. So we can do 41 Beast Wars. Because yeah, we really just need to focus on like the first 2 series and then Transmetals. Let's see.
Oh, I got to do a Tyco RC cars. We said that tonight.
Yeah.
It's so 90s staple. Like you can't make a 90s like, dude, there was a whole aisle in Toys R Us for a decade that was just Tyco RC cars.
Well, there's
like that's how much hold they had on the market.
Because even like some of the stuff like for Micro Machines, we can niche down, like talk about the Star Wars Micro Machine sets or some of the other stuff. There was other war toys. I
personally, just to be honest with you, I could give a fuck about Micro Machines. But I'm just saying, like, we could talk about that later, but there's just so much better stuff to cover than that. And no offense to any Micro Machine lovers. I got, there's nothing I have against it other than it's just not for me. But
Have we done a Stomper show? We've
what's
talked about.
Stomper?
I think we talked about those before.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull it up. We've talked about those. They're man, we've talked about them. I brought them up on it. Hold on, let me find it because it was like these things that were like in cassettes that you would build like different like fleet vehicles or helicopters or
Were
motorcycle.
cool. Those
Huh?
were cool. I remember. I had some of those.
Yeah. Yeah, here, hold on. They were done by who's this company?
I just feel like Micro Machines was such a fucking gimmick.
Because they did like vehicles and stuff, and there was actually a McDonald's thing for them. So hold on.
If we had to do something like that, I'd rather just do like Hot Wheels
Well, we
in
could do,
general.
yeah, or do Hot Wheels, like just things that are
Because at least Hot Wheels has like is still going. Is Micro Machines still going?
is Micro Machines still going? Uh, I think it's starting to come back. But like, I want to do like some of the theme stuff, like the Back to the Future toys from that, things that we would have really kind of gravitated to.
That's fair
Uh,
enough.
give me,
We
give,
haven't done a Lego one, have we? We got to do a Lego
we
one.
do got to do a Lego one. Let me see. Let me catch up with chat real quick. Stompers, Micro Machines, though were great. Stompers were motorized little cars, trucks, and bikes.
I say
Uh,
we keep, I say we keep spitballing this list till we hit 50.
let's see. Hey, Tylord, Ryan, what's up? Better Micro Machines or Wings?
I love Tyler so much. You know why I love Tyler so much? Because he loves to come through when he heard me get mad about something. Whenever he hears me say like I hate something, because it usually comes up like once every couple weeks I say I hate something. Micro Machines is definitely one.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
what
If there was a hell, it would be a room, Tyler, where all that plays is Captain Planet cartoons, Wings, and all the toys in the room are just Micro Machines.
they're
What else?
so they booby trap there so you can't get out of the room with
The
like
only the only
what they
NES game.
what somebody did was they drugged you, left you in the room. They
Yeah.
individually went to every Micro Machine and put a thumbtack and glued it on top of it and placed it all around the room so you can't leave, and put Captain Planet playing on loop the whole season all the way through with like posters of everything you hate, and it's like this is the torture room for Ryan.
It's like if there's an NES there, but the only carts are Dash Galaxy and Hide Glide, like just room full of things that I want to have angry video game nerd rants about.
Advanced Legend of Dragons. There's the Karate Kid figures. So that there's not many Karate Kid figures, but we could do that in the an episode where it's about a show. So like Karate Kid, we could do Prince of Thieves. We could do like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, because there were figures for that.
I got a good crossover for that. We do Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Hook figures.
Okay, so let's do that for
That'd be a fun little.
43.
They're both around the same time. They both were like a thing. Like Robin Hood and Hook
Mm-hmm.
was kind of popping off for around a
Don't forget
similar
Dino
time.
Ricky. Lloyd has a list of good ones. Yes, he does.
Yeah, fuck Dino Ricky is shit too. Fuck Dino Ricky. Hard as fuck that game.
Okay, so 44. We've already done because we're gonna do Raiders of the Lost Ark, Dune, and Tron for 33. But for 44, I would like to do Voltron. Let's do Voltron and Shogun Warriors.
Okay. I feel like we need to throw some obscure in there too, like Power Lords. Power Lords is obscure as fuck, but really cool.
Power Lords. Let me look at that up. Hold on. Let's look at those.
Yeah.
Give me a second. So I'll pull that up for people because they can see them too. You know, it's creepy when you're hearing whistling in the distance and you're not supposed to whistle back because if you know folklore. What was it called, Ryan? Sorry.
Power Lord.
Power Lords.
Yeah.
Isn't that the Rock guys? Hold on.
No, it's you'd like it because it's very sci-fi. It's very like space sci-fi.
I remember this because I remember Atom Power. Yes, I do. I actually had some of the comics for this.
It's like some Dune shit.
Yeah, so you know what? Like this looks like let's do like this and like maybe Swamp Thing.
That's cool.
And you know what also this looks like? What was it? Hold on, let me see. R RoboForce.
Did we do Silverhawks?
No, we have not done Silverhawks.
That needs to be on the list.
Well, we can do these. So we can do the RoboForce, Power Lords, and then let me see, Swamp Thing. Let me put that down. So 45.
Yeah, I want to hit 50.
Swamp Thing, Power Lords, and RoboForce. Okay, so
If Tyler's still listening, you know another thing that's like nails on a chalkboard for me? Fran Drescher's voice.
which sounds like Peter
Fran
Griffin's
Drescher's
laugh.
voice is
Yo, Vin, what's up, brother? You know, Willow.
Vinny Bombats.
Okay, hold on.
What do you think of Fran Drescher's voice?
I'm gonna put Willow with the Hook and Robin Hood. That needs to go there.
Okay.
Because I love those
All
Willow
three?
figures. Even all three because they're really small lines. All three of them.
I just was mad that they were like little statues, the Willow ones.
Yeah, they're little pewter statues
what
with
the
stands.
fuck?
Okay, so that takes care of that. Good list. Ryan loves Willow. Willow from are we talking about Warwick Davis Willow or are we talking about Willow from what was it, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the one who likes to play with their flute? Willow, yes, Willow had figures. So here, I'll show you. Willow had these figures. They had Tonka was the ones who released it, and that's part of the reason they were awful. They're not bad. They're really detailed, but they're just statues. They were almost like they were designed for you to use them in D&D.
Okay, a line that's very close to my heart that I had as a kid. Ready? Bionic 6.
Bionic 6.
Yeah.
Look, you go. You got Willow with what is it, Laura? I mean Lana Offgood. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I gotta do Bionic 6. They're really cool.
Bionic 6. For those who don't know what that is.
It had a cartoon too. It was really good. Very proud to be Bionic 6. Look how cool the villains look in that line. They're like Vac Metal.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So, okay, so Bionic 6. Is there enough here to do for one episode? Let me look and see what the
No,
number
we
is.
need something else.
Bionic
We'll do a
6.
good tie-in on that.
So yeah, only 19 figures. So hold on.
Oh, Captain Power. Let's do Bionic 6 Captain Power. That's another small line.
Yep, Captain Power was awesome. I have always wanted to get one of those, but never did. 47. Okay, so let's see.
We got Lego in there, right?
Lego, yes. Hold on, let me put that down. So we'll do Lego. What Lego? Do we want to do Lego Star Wars? Do we want to do?
I think just 80s till now. So like, just cover the big ones like the space stuff Lego put out, like the pirate ship.
Okay, let me
Yeah,
let
Star
me
Wars stuff.
let me
I
show you.
want to put the Home Alone house in there. I know there's too much. There's too much for that, but we're gonna do selected Lego sets. We could even call it that. Selected choice Lego sets. We're not gonna even attempt to do that one.
Oh, they don't even
Just gonna.
have, dude. The only thing they have for Lego, unless I go, hold on, let's see. Did they have?
You know what we'll do for that? We'll like we'll probably pick out the 25 best Lego sets we
Yeah,
can
you
find.
know what? That's fine. That's fine. We'll do. Yeah, that's it. Lego 25 best sets. Okay, that's
And
fine.
like hopefully we'll find a list some site made that we can agree with. A lot of them are represented in it, you know.
Okay, so what I want to do is for episode 50, I want that to be G.I. Joe.
Okay.
So let me put that down right now. So that
That may
way,
be the closer, Vince.
huh?
That may be the closer for me. Retro Ryan, like we're gonna leave this open in the air. Retro Ryan may retire at episode 50. We're gonna see how I feel. I told Vince this already. This is not a shocker. Retro Ryan may retire at episode 50. We'll see. We'll see how I feel.
Hey, it's not the fact that we don't love the show. We do love this show. This is
But
yeah.
all good things, I do believe in life. All good things must come to an end. And I like that when I'm gonna look back one day on YouTube, I did a lot of different shows with a lot of different people, and it was fun. You know, I I'm all about variety in work. Isn't looking back in it like variety the spice of life?
Dude. Yes. Well, here, hold on. I need you to look at what Vin said in the chat. It's quite funny.
Okay.
Go up to just after Saiyan says, Ty Lord, I like the icon. That game is fun. But read what he said. It's hilarious.
Fran who? Probably no, but is that the one you mean?
No, keep going up. Keep going up. That game looks.
Her voice is why they invented duct tape.
No, he goes. Ryan's secretly waiting on that highly anticipated Captain Planet meets Dash Galaxy crossover title.
Oh hell no! That is my nightmare.
Her voice.
The only thing I wish I could do, Nintendo, is pollute the world with just throwing out everybody's Captain Planet stuff and just throwing it just as waste everywhere.
Omnibot from 2000.
Disposing. I want to improperly dispose of anything Captain Planet and just burn them all.
Barracuda, Tron, Megacore. Oh my gosh, the real American hero. Hell yeah. Okay, so we have two left. Two spots left. What do we got?
No, see, episode 50, Vince, is where I retire and you buy me that gold Rolex.
Dude,
it's like the going away present at a corporation. They give you that gold Rolex in a pension.
yeah, I'm gonna get you the Gachupon quarter 50 cent golden watch. I'll just spray paint it gold. Let's see. I gotta make the I don't make anything for doing the show, bro. So
no, I'm kidding.
I know.
It's a funny idea to think that there'd be some going away package.
Look, so if we're gonna have this out here, we're gonna let people know. Look, guys. So here's the situation. It all depends on how the show goes. if numbers start to pick up and we start getting more of an audience wanting to watch and request stuff to make this more engaging, not saying
Right.
that you guys aren't doing that. We're very appreciative of everyone that shows up and drops the hilarity and the knowledge of things that we didn't know. It's much appreciated. But we want to try to expand the toy show even further. But if we can't pull it off, we
It's like this. It's like this, guys. I got the best fucking scenario for you, all right? Everybody in chat and anybody that hears this after the fact. Anybody that's been to a concert, are you going to get an encore? Or are you going to get 2 encores? Or are you going to get no encore? And it's not even about, was it a bad crowd? It could have been a good crowd. But was it epic enough that you get 2 encores? And that would mean we would continue the show if we had enough of a following, enough of a, excitement about it, a hype on it. But it's like that, man. When a band goes out, they do that tour. Are they going to get, they do that second encore. If they when they come out, the hype man is like, I can't hear you. We want to be like somebody saying, I can't hear you at episode 50, and they want more. Otherwise, that may be a good point to stop it,
go out on a high note.
All good things in life have a beginning and an ending.
Okay, so here's what we do for 49. We could do WWF figures.
Oh God, I forgot that we haven't done that. Jesus, we have to.
Yeah. Okay.
Hasbro wrestling figures have to be in it. That's so big for me. I got way too much money invested in Hasbro wrestling figures.
Okay. So
way more than I'm embarrassed what I've spent on Hasbro wrestling figures.
With Hasbro wrestling figures, we're looking at 108 figures. That'll be an episode on its own. That is for sure. Because I mean, when we get into like Jakks Pacific, that's 400 figures. That's a lot.
No, I really want to focus on that line, if you don't mind.
No,
Just
that's fine.
90s Hasbro. There's enough. There's like 100 figures in that line.
Give me a second. Let me try to figure out the last one then.
I also believe the other thing that has nothing to do with us or the audience or anything. I always believe in life.
Encore.
Strategy. No, an amazing strategy in life too, Vince. You know what is an amazing strategy? Always leave people wanting more.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than when a sitcom runs too long and it should have ended. When somebody's like, man, that show should have ended season 6. Those last 2 seasons were so bad. You always want to leave people wanting more. Leave on a high note.
So this is what I'll do. Is when we hit 50, that'll be season 1. If you guys want us to come back with more, we'll do that. But we'll end it with 50 episodes. That's a great cartoon arc right there. Any series that goes 50 episodes, you're rocking it. Oh, dude, yeah, Dad, Centurions, Galaxy Rangers, dude, hold on, Centurions. Oh man, that's, man, like talk about a holy grail toy line. So you're looking at a total of 17 figures. So we'd have to do something extra. So let me put that down first. So Centurions. Power Extreme. Come on, Sucks. Oh, baby. I love you too, kitty. Do you want my attention? My cat, my son's cat, who thinks now that I'm her owner, is in my lap.
Reese's Cup?
Yeah, Reese's Cup.
Hold up Reese's Cup.
All right, hold on. Well, I have to... If I hold up Reese's Cup, hold on a second. She's laying in my lap. Hold on a second, guys. Let me go here. I'll turn off my background. Hold on, sweetie. Give me a second. You're okay. I got you. You're all right. Okay, so this is my son's cat, who has now taken a liking to me. We
Who
call
looks
her,
like a friendly Reese's Cup Sundae.
we call her, her name is actually Socks, but we've nicknamed her Reese's because she does look like a Reese's Sunday. She's a sweetheart. If you watch the Nintendo Direct episode, she was there with me. She came in like towards the end of the episode.
What is Reese's favorite toy? Don't say Captain Planet.
What is her favorite toy? Anything with a string. She'll actually. What's hilarious is that like so whenever I get figures and stuff, and I usually they have the eco-friendly twisted up paper that's like wrapped around the figure. Well, I'll take those out and she'll grab them, and then she'll follow us around the house and drop them down and start meowing because she wants us to pick it up and play with her. It's just it's just this just kind of string thing. So, but that's her favorite thing. Now, if she were to, she loves knocking down any of my toys though, honestly. So, I'm sorry that the camera is at a funky angle. The my little bitty boom mic thing here is at a certain angle, so it's whatever. All right, so that's the cat, guys. Well said.
So we hit 50. We hit 50 on the list.
Well, we need to find like one or two more things. Extreme dinosaurs, sectors. Is some that Dad's saying. Let me see. Yeah, because we've already done Spawn. Let me see. I'm gonna write down Centurions first.
See, honestly, I mean, we may be like at a difference of opinion on this, but like that feeling of like if we ever start to grasp for straws for finding worthy enough toy lines to cover, that's like when I'm out, you know? And I feel like Extreme Dinosaurs, no disrespect to that, but that was an offshoot of Street Sharks and it ain't on the same level. So it's
Well,
like I feel like once we start getting into those where Sectors was all right. It had a really cool play set that goes for a lot now. But I don't know, man. It's just like once we start hitting that point where they're not top tier, I'm out. That's just the way I feel.
there's Die Hard. I didn't know that.
But that's just like my opinion, man.
That's my opinion.
And it really goes with the carpet. Really goes with the rug.
See, you can call me the dude, El Duderino. Your dutifulness.
It's like those moment of zens when I play those, Vince. Like you're not seeing chicks that aren't hot there. It's the fantasy. It's fun. You know? You want me to put like chicks in there that have like missing teeth and shit and that have like bruises and like bad tramp stamps and you want
Banana, banana,
the heat is on the street. What made you think of that?
because I scrolled past Beverly Hills Cop and I'm like, I would love Beverly Hills Cop toys, but they're
Okay, tell me what band that guy is in, Glenn Frey.
I can't remember.
The Eagles, man.
The Eagles, okay.
The band the dude hates. And I hate the fucking Eagles, man. I've never understood why he hates the Eagles. And I actually did research on it. Because he's a CCR guy. But I think that they got to the bottom of why the dude hates the Eagles. You know why? Because Turturro, there was an Eagles song playing when he taunted them. With the remember that scene where he taunts and if you take your piece out, man, I'll stick it up your ass or whatever it says the Goodman. So during that scene in the background is Eagles playing. So I think it's like supposed to represent their villain team they're fighting against the whole time. That's all I could find of why the dude hates the Eagles.
The dude. Yeah, that was my dad. Power Lords was top tier. Let's
Yeah,
see.
Power Wars is awesome.
Little known fact: Vince's cat was in Samurai Pizza Cat and left the group for Solo Pursuit. Oh my gosh, son. Hey, look, Dad. I know that you love Don Henley and everything. It's okay.
The other thing I was reading was something like it's more like a what do you call it? Like it's more like a rumor, but like they said that the dude maybe hates the Eagles because it represented kind of the end of the hippie era, the psychedelic era, and they went more like kind of like to the mainstream radio rock era of the 70s instead of like
Yep.
the Woodstock bands and the experimental like, drug use and all that. I don't know, something like that. They said some kind of mixture of those reasons was why the dude uh but a funny thing I seen a Jeff Bridges interview, and I guess they were pissed at him in that movie because he's talking because and it's like he's like, hey man, it's just what was in the script.
Yeah.
I have nothing against you guys. I have nothing against your band, but like I guess Henley hated that's the lines in the movie. I hate the fucking Eagles, man.
Still trying to look for something here.
Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah, if we get to the point where we're covering Thomas the Tank toys, Retro Ryan is out. Definitely retiring.
We need to do My Little Pony. We can do some Care
Oh
Bears.
God, yeah.
Care Bears.
Retro Ryan is long gone on his pension by that point. If we're doing My Little Pony,
Well,
long gone,
that's what season 2 can be. Is like my
fading into
wife
the
and my
sunset.
sister can be doing that with all the girly toys for season 2.
There you go. I mean,
and then
yeah,
we can come back for season 3.
it'll be the return. The fans demand Ryan comes back.
Ryan comes back. It's the cat came back the very next day.
It wasn't the same, man, when Vince's sister joined instead. Because it's like they're just covering girls' toys, man. We can't relate to the show anymore. We need to
Well,
bring back like what it
on
started with.
my sister would bring in some Resident Evil stuff because she's into that, and some other the Crow. Even though we've
We
already
can
talked
divide
about,
the fan base.
she
We
would
divide.
Yeah, it would be Van
Like when they
Halen.
had that
It would be
different sister,
David Lee
Mario
Roth Van
Van.
Halen versus Sammy Hagar
Yeah, it
Van
would be like
Halen.
Van Halen or Van Hagar. It'd be like remember when they replaced that sister in Roseanne with the blonde from Scrubs? And everybody was like, man, they should have never replaced her. Remember when oh God. Why can't I think of the name of the show right now? Married with Children, when they had Seven, that kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Scooby Doo had Scrappy Doo? No, Ryan, don't mention that. I still like Scrappy Doo. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't mind Scrappy.
Scrappy Doo is cute.
The joke is that for us it was that our friend Mark was Scrappy Doo. That was his nickname.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
Yeah, he was that type of person.
Like a Joe Pesci.
Let me at him. Herculoids.
Okay, that sounds like a STD.
There's only 3 of them, so it's not gonna work.
I slept with this girl at the bar from the bar last night. I got Herculoids, bro. I got it. You got any? Y'all get any cream for
what's
Herculoids?
that?
I got the Herculoids, man. I'm dying.
No, that's what happens when you sleep with Hercules, because he's been around a lot, so he's got the Herculoids.
So is it like it's like a hemorrhoid?
Yeah.
You get a Hercules hemorrhoid, Herculoid.
All right. So anybody in chat can think of anything to match with Centurions. I mean, Shogun Warriors, I'd love to do, but we've already put it on there. Like Godzilla would be fun to do. We've already talked about doing Indiana Jones.
I'm really happy with our list of 50. Like, We got some bangers in there to do. It's gonna be fun.
There's Knight Rider. I don't even know if there was figures for that. Okay, so what I'll do, because this will be good for Freak, is I'm gonna add Karate Kid, the Rimco ones. There's 18 figures in that.
He
'Cause-
drives a he drives a Trans Am in the desert for no reason. He's Knight Rider Hasselhoff. He's got curly hair and a leather jacket and a penchant for banging chicks. Knight Rider.
So Karate Kid,
I wouldn't do that,
Centurions.
Michael. I wouldn't sleep with her, Michael. She's got Herculoids.
Peppa Pig. The RE toys. You know, let's see. Resident Evil toys. Let's see what we got. Because there's the Capcom ones. I mean, the what is it? It wasn't Toy Biz did some of the Resident Evil figures.
The funniest thing was, dude, like I had an electrician hooking up the seat, like the exhaust fan in my bathroom, like when I bought the house, and like all of a sudden he's like in my attic and that song goes off as his ringtone, and I'm laughing. I'm like, Knight Rider fan, nice. I just heard it go off and his fucking. I just hear Knight Rider in my attic, Vince. You understand how random that is?
Are you okay with this, Michael? Okay, so for 48 will be Centurions, Karate Kid, and Resident Evil. Okay. Thanks to San. We'll add that in there. It's a weird collect.
That's a hell of a trio right there.
Yeah, we got a cartoon, we got a TV show or a movie, and we got a video game. There we go. We covered it. Power Lords. Let's see. Thomas the Tank Engine top tier. Oh my gosh, son. Give your best collection of chicks that split. Anyway, all right, guys. So we will post. I'll post this up sometime of what we're gonna do with the weeks to expect these, and then from there, you know, if things go well, we'll have a season 2. But Ryan, anything else you want to say about Dino Riders before we head out? Send everybody off into that good night.
Dino Riders should be remembered for being pretty epic, and go watch the cartoon. Give more love to great shows from the 80s and 90s that only went one season. And just because it went one season didn't mean it wasn't great. Look at Bucky O'Hare. Look at Toxic Crusaders. Look at countless other Swamp Thing. A bunch of ones we're going to cover. Give love to those shows that are one season. One season shows are like a senior cat. People need to adopt them. It's like somebody needs it. There's nothing worse than like you go to a shelter and there's senior cats that nobody wants to take. It's like, no, that cat will love you for taking it. That show could be your favorite show and special, even though it went one season, and you could really connect with it and love that toy line. So that's, to me, what the lesson is here on a lot of these toy. And then look at the line. It had amazing box art.
Mm-hmm.
These were great paint schemes on these figures. It's a cool concept, aliens and dinosaurs with armor. You know.
The funny thing is that I all in my head there in this whole episode is the theme song for Dino Saucers. Not Dino Riders, but Dino Saucers. I'm like, and then you could just change the words to Dino Riders.
What's funny about that too? That show went a long time because I downloaded it. It went a lot of fucking episodes.
Mm-hmm. But I went to go look at the toys. There's only 3 on the site. And then Dad said Earthworm Jim would be another one. I have to look and see how many figures are in that. But maybe my dad takes over for a little bit. Gives you a break if we continue, and then we can come back.
Maybe your dad is season 2.
Yeah. So, but everyone, yeah, Dino Riders, go check it out. Um, go pick up that was it the Mattel release of the muscle size version of them. It looked awesome for like $20. Do it. Oz, go get it so we can and do a video so we can check it out.
My only issue with Muscle Men. It's gonna get graphic here, guys.
Uh-oh.
They're dick colored.
They're prick colored.
Why was the Muscle Man guy like? You know what? You know what color we need plastic of these? How about penis flesh colored? You got penis flesh colored, and let's make muscular men. As much as I love them, Oz, I know I'm probably dead to you now after saying that, but just why do they have to go with penis flesh color?
Hey,
just saying.
Hey, to get it right though. Hey man, I'm looking right at you. I'm looking right. You might want to get that look. Okay, but
you gotta get the Herculoids. Your muscle men got Herculoids, bro.
Well, they did come in other colors. They weren't just, as you said, prick colors. I mean, they could have been. They were a Japanese toy. They made red, blue, green, orange, purple later.
No, I know they did, but the majority of the line, flesh colored. And what was with the ones that look like they had like warts or like pimples? Remember the ones that are like all pimple covered? Like what was with that one? Did that one have like chicken pox?
I don't know.
That's a chicken pox Muscle Man, bro.
No. Okay. So remember, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? Our parents used to do the whole thing of a chicken pox party. Like one kid gets it, then all of them need to hang around each other so they all get it, so we get it all out of the way. It all started because of that Muscle Man. I don't know. Whatever. You got quiet there, Ryan. So I guess that joke.
Dude, there was a Nintendo game too, right?
Yes.
For Muscle Man,
mm-hmm.
There was a Nintendo game.
And there was a cartoon. Or anime. But we didn't get the newer version until, the mid-90s? Mid-late 90s? Or early, no, I think it was early 2000. Based off Japanese anime, they're odd stuff. Yep, 100%. Which seems like it was almost like they loved Fist of the North Star, and they're like, all right, let's do something close as we can to Fist of the North Star without infringing on the rights.
I like the Muscle Man with like multiple arms and shit. Those are some cool ones.
Or the brick golem one.
Yeah, like the brick head ones.
Yeah. No, I love Muscle. I thought they were cool back then. I used to have quite a few. I didn't have as many as the list or as Oz has, but man, I love them. I even wanted to get the ones that Super 7 was doing, which they were themed off of like Motu and other properties they were getting. Asura Man had multiple arms. There you go. Sunshine is the pyramid guy. Nice. Okay, cool. We definitely got to have an episode, not on the toy collector thing. We can do it on like the why we collect and have Oz back on. Toys? Have Oz. Jesus.
All penis colored toys. The penis colored toy spectacular.
Jesus.
It is what it is, man.
I understand. Oh man. I don't have any muscles now. But you know what? I can't wait to talk about Battle Beast. So everyone, we hope you all had a fun time. We look forward to doing this. So that's the thing. I'm gonna go out of town, or gonna go see my dad for a couple days. And then I'll be back next week. Well, that'll be next week sometime. So there'll be no show next Friday. We'll continue up with the Jurassic Park one the following. So that'll be the...
There's no show next Friday, and we expect and demand riots in the streets about it.
Yes, the 25th is when the next episode... Yes, exactly. We want riots in the streets, mass chaos, cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria.
It's like last Saturday. Just like last Saturday, everybody protested. I
Yeah.
know what we got to do. He's a sailor. He's in the city. Let's get him laid. Stay Puff.
Ray, what did you do? I don't know. It just popped in there. Ray.
Nobody steps on a church in my town, in my city.
When someone's asked if you're a god, you say yes.
Yes. Best line ever.
Are you gods? No. Then die. All right, we can quote mini movies for many hours, but we got to go, guys. So everyone, thank you again for hanging out. We have much appreciated. And if you guys have something else you want us to talk about at some point, let us know in the comments down below. Definitely would take suggestions. But until then, everyone, have a great weekend. Have a great week. I'll be back tomorrow I'll be back Sunday playing more Metal Gear. What are you doing next, Ryan? It would be Tuesday with your stream?
Dude, man, I'm still exhausted from I upgraded the setup in my game room, as you've seen, to a I finally got a 4K set in my game room.
Nice.
So I'll be happily back to my OBS normal setup because last week I was on the projector just for fun to mix it up since my game room was in shambles, all disconnected. But now it's back up and running better than ever. New 4K set, so I'll be back in the saddle Tuesday at 10:30 p.m.
Oh, and one last thing, guys. I did finally get a pie.
This has got a pie.
So
what's your favorite pie, Vince?
Apple's my favorite pie, honestly. But I mean, I do love me
whipped cream and ice cream.
Uh
We're just plain. Heated up or cold?
Dutch apple pie. But we're completely derailing the end here. But I will be getting this. I'm gonna set this up so I can play some Jaguar games. So look forward to me playing Alien vs Predator one stream at some point for the Atari Jaguar. It's gonna be fun. But everyone, have a great one. We'll see you later. Peace out. Remember, collecting is fun. Don't let it rule your life. But it's better than other alternatives, and it's always great to play with toys. Peace out.